For sure.
Plenty years of suffering and grinding, and then finally ran into my season. You know, and I think that's what's amazing about my story is that I've had commercial success. I've sold millions of records. I've performed on all kinds of tours and arenas and stuff like that. But I got it the ugly way. You know what I mean? Like I really started with nothing, and then I got a lot, and then I lost it all. You know what I'm saying? I'm through an ex-manager back in like '09, and 7 years later, I ran into my blessing. And like I said, I would have never thought in a million years my blessing would come from Instagram, because I thought it would be as easy as, you know, I've sold millions of records, girls still rock with me. To a label, to me, that makes sense. That's enough. But it wasn't that. I got a lot of resistance before that day happened. And those same people who didn't believe now, all of a sudden, like all of yeah, I mean, but that's the game.
Of course,
That's the game. That's the game. And you don't take that personal. I think the best thing is just to have tunnel vision and understand that, you know, somebody's no is their loss. And you just got to keep going until you run into your season, and now everything's like manifesting tenfold.
I love it. I mean, and you so well spoken though, and it's good that you optimistic and positive about that. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Because you know that can break a lot of people. Oh shit, that can break a lot of people. You know what I mean? And that's tough, especially too when you already experience success and then you get jerked over.
Yeah.
But talk about the differences that you noticed in the industry from like, you know, when you was, you know, first coming in it versus like now. What are some of the things that you noticed?
A few things, of course. Technology, you know. I came in the game actually when my show was on a DAT tape, and we had cassette tape.
What? Oh shit.
Yeah, 1999. It was like the small little rectangle.
Back in the day when you got with the fingers.
And I'm 31, so like I came from the era where there was cassette tapes and then CDs, then Walkmans, then they had something called Zooms, then iPod. Now everything is this. So I've been blessed to just go through the times. Like now it's streaming.
Right.
Where I make, as far as the partnership I have with the label I'm with, that's where the money comes from. It's my streaming numbers.
On that joint.
Yeah, it's millions a month, which is awesome. So I'm blessed, man. Like I said, I didn't write the story. God wrote it. I'm just a vessel. That's different. And then the internet itself, we didn't have that. As celebrities, we were only seen when we was on television or things of that nature. Now they care more so about, and I told somebody, my manager this other day, 80% of the engagement and the success that you have is dictated by who you are.
Absolutely.
Forget your music, like that's kind of second now. They want to know, like Cardi B music is amazing, but I think if it's fair to say, they love her.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Like,
like you know, she could do anything, say anything, but because they relate to her so much, that's what you buy into. You want to support that. So having the internet as a tool and allowing them into our lives is definitely substantially different from how it used to be back in the day.
Right. So like a lot of artists that been in the game a long time hate kind of like the internet or just the streaming and stuff. Can you talk about like the pros and cons? Because I know like not having the internet, you had a lot more privacy and stuff like that.
Yeah. The way my cards was dealt though, because I had a bad hand and I wasn't able to tell millions of people at one time, like, yo, I went through a terrible departure with my ex-manager. You can't tell people that like without the internet globally. So for me, I was forced to be transparent because that's just the cards I was dealt. So social media works for me because they already know. You know what I'm saying? Like they deserve to know. I think it's impulsive, so it hurts some of the artists that are very emotional and they tweet things and say things that, you know, I hate to bring it up, but Sabrina Claudio like was getting like chewed up. I guess she said something about black women back before she became Sabrina Claudio. I don't know how true it is, by the way. So don't take it right, but I guess it was an old tweet, and that came back to like bite her for that day. And that's the stuff you have to be mindful of, because once it's on the internet, it's there. You know what I'm saying? It's never going away, and people can always dig it up or bring it back. You know what I mean? At the most convenient time. So
of course.
But for me, mostly I appreciate what it is, and then I appreciate evolution. I'm not a dinosaur. I'm not a fossil. I know that the game isn't how it used to be. So it's like I like it. Like you bet on yourself every day.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And Sammie always, like my Instagram, my Twitter, it's like my own TV channel. I don't watch television. I see most videos on Vivo, YouTube.
True.
I know most of the updates and what's going on in the industry because of the internet. We don't have a 106 in Park. We don't have TRL no more. Like, let's start that. So
Text me. We ain't got nobody.
don't have none of that. You know what I'm saying? So the internet is also the place where you have to go to engage.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So I personally rock with the evolution of it. It works for me. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't hurt me at all.
Okay.
So do you feel like if you would have had social media back then, would it have done more for your career now?
Good question.
Oh, heavens yes. Because, you know what I'm saying, you're reaching more people.
Heavens,
Like,
yes.
yeah, heavens yes. Like, you know, like, one publication, I keep talking about the Shade Room because they're fam, and they have like 12 million followers. Now,
Yeah,
granted, when you get a post,
definitely.
12 million people aren't watching at that time. I think statistically it's 10%, but that's still a lot of
Right.
viewers of
Still
it.
good.
Yeah, you got a million right there. So, I personally think that if it was out back then, we would have sold more records.
True.
Yeah.
We would have.
Yeah.
Kill it.
Right,
And a lot of
I agree.
and a lot of people back in the day we still move units, but
Right.
you have more access to reach people. That's all it's about.
And
Right.
instead of going out of town yourself, but I feel like
Yeah.
you still got to.
Well, I still go touch the people, but
you
that's
still
still
got
relevant and that's still very necessary for me. Like, there's nothing better than to engage in person. You know what I'm saying? I could have did this interview over the phone, but y'all can't.
Right.
Energy or vibe person
Exactly.
do it. So
Exactly.
it's always best to go to the people and touch them. I don't care, even with the internet. The internet is just like a bonus.
Right.
But I still think you should get out on the road and kiss babies and make, you know what I mean, somebody's day by hugging them and taking pictures. Those moments go a lifetime. Seriously, I've run
I
into
agree.
women now that met me when I was like a kid and a teenager. And like, I remember I met you at the mall. This, like, it's a moment.
You came to Chattanooga. I was.
See?
I made sure I got the CD in the car and everything. I was
That's
Sammie for real.
That's
Like,
love. That's love. That's love right there. No, that's love. That's
So, can you talk a little bit about the deal you know, the management deal that you fell out of, and you know, because a lot of people right now are. Is it a whole record deal or just your management that went
No, it was
bad?
just management.
Okay,
Yeah,
can you
none-
speak
I
a little
had,
bit
yeah,
on that?
I had no issues with labels that I was with.
Okay.
It was always a happy marriage. They championed me and I sold records. It was a great business thing.
You can put your phone right
I
here.
knew my ex-manager. You can hook it up if you can. I might drop it.
Oh.
It might
Think
slide.
back.
Are we
phone
good?
holders on the way.
Right.
What was I saying? Oh, yeah. My ex-manager, I knew him since I was a child. Since I was like 11, 12.
Oh, damn.
He used to
Okay.
be like a promoter and event planner back in the day. So we made some money together when I was a child star. And then I took a 4-year hiatus to go to high school. And then he was the only person I kept in contact with. And it just made sense for him to manage me when I came back to the game. I didn't know anybody in Atlanta. I moved here with $400 and 2 trash bags with clothes. My mom didn't want me to come back to the business, kind of to protect me from, ironically, that individual or people like him. And the only greatest mistake I ever made in my life was just trusting somebody, thinking that they were cut from the same cloth as me. I have morals, I have ethics, I have siblings, and he called me a brother. So, like, my manager now is my brother. So on his worst day, I'm gonna do my best to fight with him, help him do his stuff. Like, that's just how I'm wired. I got siblings that I will never hurt, never steal from, never intentionally send them the wrong way. So I was brainwashed in a sense from him to think that he was my brother. I didn't even call him my manager. When I would introduce him to people, I would say, this is my brother so-and-so. And when you give somebody that kind of love and that kind of respect and position without protecting yourself for real, you're exposed. That love and that trust have became my greatest weakness. And he had access to my Benz. He was a co-signer on that. He was a primary account holder on my American Express. He had access to my account. Now, all of this was to, like, supposedly, as my big brother, make sure I'm budgeting
Right, I
my
get it,
money
I get it.
and not, going crazy. So it makes sense. You take an 18-year-old kid who had $400, and then in 2 months he got like $100,000. You would want somebody to guide you.
Absolutely,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
You're a young boy.
Yeah, because I would have been buying up hella shit.
Right,
But
of course.
really, he was positioning himself to where if I ever needed anything, I had to go through him. And if I ever decided to leave, he could ruin my life. And he did that. You know what I'm saying? I'm grateful now. Like, I've rebounded tenfold. And I'm still being blessed every day. And I don't mind talking about it. When I talk about it, it's not like a pity. It's like to let people know you're going to go through shit.
Absolutely.
And sometimes you may reach this level of success, and then for whatever reason, God will allow you to get broken all the way down, and then he'll build you back up stronger. I wouldn't have been this person if that didn't happen. my spirit, how awesome I am, and I say that